Hey, this is Joe from Complete Carnivore, and today I'm going to be cooking up a couple dry-aged ribeyes from a couple different places. This one here is a dry-aged ribeye bone-in from Snake River Farms. This one is from a place called Meat and Bone. I've tried the dry-aged from Snake River Farms before. I've never tried Meat and Bone before, so I'm looking forward to it. They're very, very similar, about the same thickness, 1 3/4 to 2 inch thick. This one has the bone Frenched out, this one doesn't. Other than that, there's not a lot of difference. They're about the same size. This one is a bit smaller than this one, but that shouldn't affect much. This one is dry aged 60 days. This is dry aged 30 days. I can tell a difference by smelling them. This one smells a lot more cheesy, a lot more funky than this one. This one almost smells like wheat crackers, not in a bad way, in a pretty interesting way, kind of a nutty flavor, a bit of a nutty smell to it. So they both should be delicious. I just want to kind of see what the difference between 30 and 60 day dry aging is. So we're going to reverse sear them on my slow and sear kettle. I got some coals in there all heating up. Let's get the steaks on. We'll get some thermometers in. I like putting the bone towards the heat when I do this. Just gives it a little better thermal protection. I don't know if it really matters that much. Quiet down. There we go. One nice thing I like about the slow and sear kettle is it's got a probe port already in there. We'll put this one in the middle of that. We'll put this one in the middle over here. We want to get these two about, oh, I'm gonna say we'll get them to about 80 degrees, flip them over, light a chimney of charcoal for the searing that's gonna come, which we want to be super, super hot. And then we'll continue cooking them until they reach about 115 degrees, I think. I think that's what it'll do today, maybe 120. We'll see. I want to kind of finish them off about 125 degrees. You want to keep the grill 225 to 250 during this process. If it gets much more over 250, I'll come out and damper everything down a bit, close the heat off, and it should take about, I don't know, a half hour, 45 minutes for it to get to the right temperature. So I'm going to cut now and we'll be back in a bit. All right, we're back. We got looking about 75 degrees or so on the steaks. One's a little bit warmer than the other. It's nice that they're both very similar in temperature. We're gonna flip them over. I want to show you one thing on this steak here from Meat and Bone. You see there's a little hole here? Let me see if I can get in closer so you can see it. There was a spot on there that was a little bit funky looking. It was kind of a little bit miscolored, a little bit squishy. So I decided to just get rid of it, cut it out. I don't think it would have been a problem, but it's better to be safe than try to take a chance. Again, these are prime, dry age, bone-in steaks. Dry aging is basically controlled rotting, for lack of a better term. Bacteria, enzymes start breaking down the meat. The whole outside of the rib primal, usually we'll dry age the whole primal. You have to cut it off because it's kind of crusty and dry and moldy. The flavor intensifies, the enzymes tenderize the meat, and sometimes there's going to be little weird spots that get in your meat. Again, this is totally safe to eat. Once again, I cut it out. It's going to be cooked to a safe enough temperature. Anything on the outside is going to get seared off under super hot temperature, so I don't think it's a problem, but I just wanted to show you that. So probably got another 20 minutes or so until these reach temperature, maybe 30 minutes. I got another charcoal chimney over here just getting lit. When this gets to about 115, 120 degrees, I'll take the steaks off, load the grill up with charcoal for searing, and we'll blast these things at high temperature for a couple minutes. So we'll be back in a bit. I think we're ready to pull this steak off. Looks like it's at 120. Let me spot check it a couple times. That's right about where I want it. I mean, you see right now it doesn't look like it's quite ready to eat, which it isn't. we still need to sear it off, and we'll do that in a few minutes once this one gets to temperature. So we'll just take this one out, if I can find the right cord. We'll let it rest for a few minutes. You be quiet. We'll just take it, let it rest on a pan under some foil for a few minutes, and then we'll be ready to sear it off. This one just needs five minutes, maybe 5 minutes, maybe not even that. I got a whole load of charcoal going back over here. That's going to be our searing. That's going to be nice and toasty. So we'll be back in a couple minutes. All right, we're up to temperature on our second steak. So let's pull this one off. Dump some charcoal in and start searing. Let's get my thermometer probes out. All right, I like this the slow and sear kettle. Has a nice big opening here for adding more charcoal. Got full access to the whole slow and sear there. So this is blazing hot. Let's dump it in. All right, we got our nice hot charcoal here. The other steaks are off. It's time to sear. It doesn't take long. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? That's gonna get more and more beautiful as we sear it. We'll get the other steak here. Just give them about, I don't know, 15-20 seconds. You can also watch when the flames start getting too big. That means you're burning, that means soot, that means it's not good. So like that, that's probably a little too much flame. So if I just spin the grate, I can flip the steaks over. Woo! Yeah, there's some good fat in these rendering out. I don't know if you can see, kind of dark, but already starting to get some nice sear on this. Turns a nice dark mahogany color. Gets nice, a little bit crusty. It's perfect. It only needs about, I'd say 2 or 3 flips per side. So it's only gonna take a couple more minutes here. We'll just keep going. Once again, flame start, just rotate your grate out of the way. Give your steaks a flip. I'm not trying to get grill marks here. That's one reason why I'm rotating the grate. I don't want the steaks on a hot grate. Grill marks generally are burnt steak. It's it might look nice, but it doesn't. I don't think it tastes nice. I'd rather have just an all-over sear across the whole steak. You can flip as much as you want, flip as little as you want. I like flipping a lot. I think it helps keep everything even. He's just starting to get some good color on it. It's starting to get dark. You can see we had a big snowstorm blow through. We had 7 inches of snow yesterday. So, still dealing with that, but let's just keep spinning the grate. Woo! Getting some bigger flames now. That's all the fat rendering down and dripping onto the coals. Super hot coals, so you're gonna get that. Let me open up the bottom vent here. I don't want those coals to cool off at all. I want them as hot as I can get them. Let me take a quick look. Ooh, that's looking nice. I don't know if you can see it very well. It's getting a little bit, starting to get dark out here, but we'll give it another few seconds on each side. Get these nice and seared. I can already, I mean, even during the cooking process, I could smell a difference in these steaks versus non-dry aged. Again, these are dry aged prime ribeyes. We got the bigger one here. It's 32 ounces from Snake River Farms. The smaller one is about 20 ounces. That's from a place called Meat and Bone. If you want to know price, this one is a $60 steak. This one is a $100 steak. You work out price per ounce and it's just about the same. I mean, since this one is basically a third bigger than that. So the price per ounce is about the same. We're gonna see if a 60-day dry age tastes much better than a 30-day dry age. It may seem like a lot of money to pay for a steak, but you gotta remember in the dry aging process, you lose some weight. It takes time, you gotta have the right facilities to do it. So it's not an easy process. It can be done at home, but you have to kind of have an own dedicated fridge for it. These are almost done. We'll give them another little hit, and we'll take them inside, we'll cut them up, and we'll taste them. They are going to be delicious. All right, let's pull these off. Oh, that looks so beautiful. And so does this one. That looks great. All right, we'll give these about a 5 or 10 minute rest while we get the rest of dinner ready. Get them all cut up, and we'll taste them and see how they are. Got the steaks here. They're seared, they're cooked. They look delicious. Got some nice color on them. Could have gone maybe a couple more flips on the sear, but I didn't want to risk overcooking them. Now it's time to cut them. Got my nice Dalstrong Gladiator Series 10-inch bullnose knife. I'll put a link to this knife down below. You can save 10% if you use the code carnivore at dalstrong.com. But overall, I like the knife. It's a good knife. It's not obviously a $300 knife, but for the price, it's sharp, it looks cool, and it does the job. So let's start by slicing off the bone. And this will definitely not go to waste. You can gnaw on that thing and enjoy it. Let's slice this up. I can tell right now this is a tender steak. This knife's going right through it. We'll slice this one up, we'll slice the other one up, we'll take a look at the meat, we'll give it a taste and see what kind of differences we can taste in the meat. All right, now let's get this one. I'm just gonna leave the bone on this one as I cut it. This right here, this is gonna be a delicious bite. Look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. That is so beautiful. Let's cut up some more. I think that bite right there might be the best one because it's got some little crusty on the edge. It's got the cap. We'll cut these up. We'll take a taste, and then I'm gonna eat dinner. So, but I wanted to give you guys a look before dinner. I'll cut the rest of that up in a minute. All right, let's try the Snake River Farms. That is pretty much perfect. I love that. Look how, I mean, with the reverse searing, it's pink all the way through. Let me cut a nice piece out of here. Wow. That is delicious. Juicy. You can taste a little bit of the age. It's not an overpowering aging flavor. Once you start getting 45, 60 days, like this one is a 60 day, this is a 30 day dry age. I'm expecting to taste some little funkier flavors in this. Some people like it, some people don't. I think I generally do like the dry age flavor, but it's just such a good steak. It's juicy, it's tender. I want another bite of this before I move on. Wow. Okay. Let's go with this piece right here. Look at that again. That's perfectly cooked. That's right where I want it. A nice medium rare. Again, it's pink edge to edge. With a reverse sear, you get that every time. It's beautiful. All right, let's try this. There is a definite taste difference in these two steaks. I could definitely taste more funkiness, more almost like blue cheesy-ish flavor on here, especially when you get in some of the fat. That's where there's going to be a big flavor difference. But even on a piece like this where there's pretty much no exterior fat, definitely tastes different than a non-aged steak. They are both wonderful. It's hard to say enough about them. I like them both. If I had to pick one to eat, I would probably go with the Snake River Farms. Not to say this is a bad steak at all. It's going to be probably the best ribeye you'll eat all year. There's nothing at all wrong with this. I think this one is just a bit beefier flavor. Sometimes the dry aging kind of overpowers the beefiness and the meat flavor. So I like some of the dry age flavors you get from here. Some of the more complex flavors, but this one just still has a great beefy steak taste. So I would not hesitate to cook either of these steaks and eat either of them again. So it's not like this is good, this is bad. These are both 9.5 out of 10. This one might be like 9.6 out of 10. This one might be 9.5 out of 10. So the difference is pretty subtle. It comes down to a matter of preference on if you like a funkier dry age, I'd go with this one. If you like more of a beefy standard steak flavor, go with this one. There's still some of the age you can taste on it. There's still some of the complexity of the flavors. They smell different than a regular steak. You can easily tell that. These are both wonderful. I am looking forward to dinner. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions about dry aging, about steaks, about ribeyes, about Snake River Farms or Meat and Bone, I'll have links to both of these down below where you can buy these steaks. Just leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I'm hungry. I'm going to eat these. Not both of them all by myself. I have a family too. I'm going to share a little bit with them. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.